Once Dreamweaver has been configured to connect to a remote server, all you'll have to do is find it in the Files drop-down menu. So, for example, I'm going to Vegas Times, a setting I've previously configured. It's currently showing me in local view the files I have on my computer. This is what I told Dreamweaver where it would find these files during that last step. And if I want to connect to the remote server, I click on this little icon up here of the two cables that look disconnected in the upper right. And it begins the process of connecting. And if the light turns green there, then we're all set to go. Next, I'm going to go to Remote View. And this is actually showing me all of the files on the remote server. Now, for you, you'll probably have something that is empty. You probably won't see any files there except for one, and one file will be called names.htm. And so what you would do is go and find that file names.htm. Again, it should be very obvious once you've logged in correctly. And I'm going to click on index.htm and show you. In order to edit a remote file, you have to connect again to the remote server, find the file that you want, and click on it, and then you can actually click the down arrow. Clicking the down arrow will retrieve the file from the remote server and bring it back to your folder on your own desktop or on your own computer. It will ask if you want dependent files. That's if you have any connected images or anything like that. Any sound files, any movie files, it would come with it if you click yes. It never really hurts to say yes, so I'm going to go ahead and say yes anyways. And so it's downloaded that file. And in fact, if I come back to the upper right and instead of going to remote view, I go to local view, I'll see that index.htm is now in my folder. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that. This is my index page. And what I'd like you to do is to go ahead and type your name on the end of it. You should have other students there. Type the name on the end of that file. I can tell the file has not been saved yet because there's a little asterisk right there. It's also here in the title bar. And so once you have saved that, I'm going to go ahead, come up to here and say File and Save. It's now saved. And then in order to put it back on the remote server, I click on it and click the up arrow back. That means to click it back up, upload it back to the remote server. So I'm going to go ahead and put that file back up there. Again, if there are any dependent files, images, or anything like that that's changed, I would say yes. It never hurts to say yes anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and say yes. There it is. It's now back on the server. So there's the process of configuring Dreamweaver and then connecting to a remote server, downloading a file from the remote server, making a basic text edit, and then putting the file back up on the server.